Well, it's been a really long time. I forget what month my last post was. I haven't decided whether or not to do a video on this evil virus going around. That's, I don't know. I'll figure it out, but it was definitely going to be on the lighter side of the do's and don'ts to keep yourself out of harm's way as best as possible. But this one is a story that actually came to memory based off of a photo that I posted. The weather was finally nice. I think we'd gotten up to 67 or 70. Something, I think it was 70. Because I don't usually go out until it's really nice. I don't like the cold. Can't stand it. So I had a mask on my first bike ride out. I usually ride inside. I have a bike trainer. I just click it in and ride indoor in front of my television. Trying to stay in shape and as healthy as possible to keep the immune system up. People were just, as normal, just saying, hey, be careful, going outside. And which I was just basically saying, always, absolutely. That common sense, man, common sense. I posted a story that, and periodically I think of the story because it's still nuts to even think how I came out of that unharmed. I was saying how careful I was and how I taught myself how to rollerblade, or when I taught myself how to rollerblade. I lived in Brooklyn in a 2-bedroom apartment with a lot of space, hardwood floors. It was just basically, just going around corners as best I can with as much speed as I could in a 2-bedroom apartment, going down the hallway. I love the hallway, but I could never gain enough speed to really practice braking. And that's what this is about. Learn how to brake. I don't know where else I could have gone to try to practice that. Maybe a skate park or something. I even would go out in my lobbyway, since my door was like right there in the lobby and there was no other apartments. The tile in the lobbyway was ceramic. I was like, okay, well, different texture, I'll try that. I would spin around. I was in gymnastics, so I was like, oh, I should be pretty good, right? So I was not gonna pay someone to teach me. I'm sure there was some place I could go, but I figured I'd practice as much as possible indoor, and I should be okay by the time I went outdoor. So first, I might have just gone up and down the sidewalk where it was pretty flat. When I felt comfortable enough, I crossed the street, went down the block some, and then I got onto this main, I think it was Parkway something. I forget the name because I get that mixed up with the park, and it might have been the same name, but I left New York in 2002. I think I'm doing pretty well with my memory. But anyway, that main street, I had never gone down that far. If I did, it was on foot. And so I did remember that. I'm going along, got some nice speed going on. I hate the feeling of the pavement when it's not smooth. So I'm just going along, and then it was like, they kind of have like this like brick old style paved concrete. And I was like, ooh, I don't like this. And the next thing I know, I'm like picking up speed because I'm going downward a little bit. And I'm like, all right. And I was like, wait, I'm looking up ahead. I'm like, that would be an intersection. So I'm still picking up speed, and I was like, brakes. And I'm like, there's that one, if any one of you have ever put on rollerblades or ever paid attention to the back of it, they only had, well, maybe had, I don't know what they have now. I haven't looked at any new ones. Maybe I should. But there was just that one brake on the back. So you're supposed to like put pressure on it to slow you down. I'm like, no, this is not doing a thing. And my legs are strong. My legs are really strong. And I'm just pressing and pressing, but I'm still gaining speed. And I'm like, this is not good. The best thing that I saw to my left was grass, and I never ran on grass and heavy rollerblades, and they have some weight to them. But I used that grass, and the grass got all caught up in my in the wheels and everything. But I'd rather deal with cleaning that out than, oh look, there's cars up ahead, either slam into them or slide right through, and there's another car coming just behind them. Like, no, this is not a movie. This is not a scene that can be deleted or reshot. So I was not taking that chance, so I chose the grass. I'm like, if I fall in the grass, worst case, you know, I've got grass stains everywhere, grass wherever, I don't know, just to clean off hair, whatever. No, that would have been a small problem to have. So the next one, yeah, it's really nice, really big, really beautiful. I never got to even see the whole park. I think this was on a Saturday because there were a lot of people out. I think, yeah, it had to have been a Saturday. So there's families everywhere. The main trail where there was the high-speed bikers, I mean, they're flying. You know, they're all geared up and groups of, you know, clustered together. Look really cool. They got all their, you know, fancy colors. Like they could have been professionals. They certainly were dressed like they were. They would stay on the outer skirt, and the slower ones, whether you're walking for exercise purposes, just cruising along, or we're walking faster. And then on the very inner side where there's like a little bike trail, that's where there's families like walking with strollers, whether it was, you know, little toddlers walking. And I'd been to this park before. I knew what to expect. So I thought. And no one could have prepared anyone for this day. Something must have happened in the park. I still, to this day, I don't know what happened. And I remember hearing sirens, but they were way like on the other side. By the time I finally got all the way around to that side, all I saw were, it was like at least one fire truck. I saw a park ranger truck. There was an ambulance. There could have been more. I couldn't even see because it seemed like there were like layers of trucks. All I saw was just they were blocking the road. And I was like, this is the high speed part. This is where I don't even have to really like push myself to gain speed. You pick up speed automatically because yet again, I'm going downward. And it's like, oh, this is worse than the Brooklyn Street. Oh, if you can picture, I'd probably say like a four lane highway. It's that wide. It's a really big park. Sometimes it would kind of like get a little bit thinner, maybe down to like 2 to 3 lanes. But I'm trying to picture it. I think the widest that it was like around 4 lanes. Still to this day, again, I just, yeah, boggles my mind that I wasn't hurt. I'm going along, I'm looking to my left, I'm like, I can't go that way. There's babies over there and strollers. I'm like, that's a bad situation. Not that I was like had a good situation in mind that I could, you know, another option. There were some people walking to the right to go around because they were going a little bit faster. And then of course we all saw that there was no way for us to go to the right. So we were all gonna have to end up going to the left and just slow down and merge. Only I couldn't slow down. I was like, there was no time for dear Heavenly Father. And like, there's no time for that. It was like an, oh my God, or just the short version. Oh God, and what would MacGyver do? Because we know MacGyver could always figure out a way to get the bad guy. I was trying to figure out a way to not die, wind up paralyzed, nor on a stretcher. Unconscious. Families and strollers to the left. Very much in the middle, blocking everything, was all the trucks and all the first responders. To the right was grass and trees. It's like, well, that time that I did run on the grass, that was at a much slower speed. this is a lot faster. I was like, I don't know how to run on grass at that speed. And then the trees, I was like, there's trees. I'm like, if I don't slam in the back of one of these trucks, a tree branch is gonna take me out. So 8 years of gymnastics. Please God, let's see what happens. Oh, the curb. I had to hop the curb. It was a nice height. And I'd never jumped in the rollerblades because I'm still pretty new. A wheel probably barely touched. I only remember getting grass out of the front wheel. That is it. So, a tuck and roll. That's all I can remember. I don't remember anything else except being in a ball and coming up. I stood up so quickly, and an EMT worker, she came around. She's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I was like, I'm like feeling around. I'm like, yeah, there's nothing broken. And so I'm like just brushing like some dirt off the back of me. I still have that shirt. I was not getting rid of that shirt. It's a little ripped, but hey, that's a good shirt to have to be thankful for. She's just like, I saw you. And I was like, yeah, I was afraid I was gonna wind up, you guys were gonna have to peel me off of whatever or put me on a stretcher, because I surely thought I was a goner. By the grace of God and gymnastics. Maybe if you're interested in learning how to rollerblade, wait until you decide to pay for not I know there's the skate parks, but those you better have a helmet. I did have just the wrist brace. I think I do have some knee pads. You gotta have to get way more gear than I had, cause yeah, what's the like the umpire, like the in baseball, big padding in the front, and then even those that are they're training those dogs with all the padding, the big you're gonna feel stupid unless you had 8 years of gymnastics or played some other sport to where you had to be that flexible really quickly. Figure out some facility that you can go to. If there's some rollerblading lessons that you can take, do something. Take the safer route. Learn how to brake. That brake in the back, at some point I remember seeing like the ice skaters, how they've got the skate going, I guess maybe I'll do this way. The skate going this way on one foot. I guess it depends on whether you're left-handed or right-handed or ambidextrous. But I do it with my left skate straight, and my right one, I pull it around and make a T in the back. And I knew I never liked it because eventually, especially on concrete, you're gonna wear those wheels down pretty quickly. I tried that and just nope. There was I don't know how many times, but I have mastered that. But let me rephrase that. I feel a lot more comfortable about making the T behind to slow down and even come to a great stop. Concrete, I'm always thinking about wearing down the wheel. However, at a great speed, going downhill, you're better off just dropping your butt on the ground. Ooh, tailbone, that would hurt. You're better off finding some grass. Grass is your friend, because at least the dirt, it's gonna hurt unless you can figure out how to tuck and roll. So get a trampoline or something and just stand in place and practice bringing your knees to your chest, because other than that, it ain't gonna be pretty. And I didn't think I was gonna come out of that. Pay someone, pay for some time at a facility, something. Do something. I don't pretend to have it all together, but I need y'all to catch up. Number 7? I think it's number 7.